Like it's not a course, it's not a training, it's not just a hangout place gathering. So it's like a there is an intention also of learning, but the
Intentional.
learning has to doesn't need to happen in a very typical structure, and
Yes.
also to translate that learning into doing and living it.
Yes.
So it's like a
Yes.
9 day, you can say, experience or taster or a laboratory or a boot camp or where you experience that thing.
According to my understanding, the main purpose of nonviolent communication is to build the human connection. So to have, because we have more than ever, we have a lot of communication tools. However, still we are struggling to have the real authentic connection. So the purpose of speaking the language of nonviolent communication or even practicing the nonviolent communication is to build that connection.
I think it's a very open mind and a kind of new concept. It's not methods that we are sharing, and it's like a bit a laboratory. We're gonna walk our talk, along the way, and that's what I love.
The tendency of people coming from society is to blame each other, and often that blame starts to narrow down to just one person. Uh, Whereas when the space is open up to actually listening and listening to everybody's needs, and it's not about finding who's at fault, but it's about actually trying to find out what is it that everybody wants.
Making something very huge and complex and interesting and with different dimensions coming together simultaneously, and with a lot of space for emergence, and also there's a structure and there's a flow, and there are number of facilitators very diverse and dealing with subjects which are not normally dealt with in the normal workshop spaces and retreat spaces that we're used to, at least in this country as far as I know.
For me, this Teal family retreat is an experience area, a live experience area where we are going to create, co-create, explore, and discover together what can be the Teal consciousness.
बहुत मैं इंस्पायर हो गई इनसे कि जब इधर मैं आई थी थोड़ा मुझ में बहुत घबराहट थी, बहुत मतलब डेयरिंग नहीं था कुछ करने का, या कुछ मन मेरा ऐसा नहीं कर रहा था कि मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ, मतलब ऐसा डर था मेरे मन में। पर इधर आने के बाद, ये सीखने के बाद, सब मेरे जैसे लोग थे, तो मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा, और मेरे को ये मुझ में मैं कहाँ हूँ ये मैं ढूंढ रही थी, तो वो मैं मेरे को खुद में मिल गई, ऐसा मेरे को लगा।
जब मैं रिट्रीट में आने वाली थी तो मुझे इतना पता चला कि फैमिली आ रही है पूरी, तो बच्चे भी आएंगे और देयर इज समवन हु विल लुक आफ्टर किड्स। तो मैंने ऐसा इमेज बनाया कि एडल्ट्स होंगे, अपने सेशंस होंगे और बच्चों को देखभाल करने के लिए कोई और होगा, और पेरेंट्स रात को या ब्रेक्स में उनके साथ रहेंगे। But eventually what happened in the retreat, it actually became the inclusive space where the family is participating and family is growing. My daughter has special needs, and the space that we are in, Hidden Oasis, was beautiful, and every person who attended the Teal retreat was so compassionate and kind and empathetic towards her that it became a safe space for us.
Anything that parents need to learn when they talk to their children?
To talk with not violence.
To talk with?
Not violence. Like no shouting. The people should understand other people's boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
They should first ask. Like, example, somebody wants to hold your hand and they don't ask. That's not consent. They have to ask before they hold your hand, give you a kiss or hug you. तो मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा कि कैसे बोलते हैं, कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते, कैसे फीलिंग चेंज कर सकते। तो हर एक जन बोल रहे थे, सुन रहा था।
यहाँ पे किसी ने भी किसी को ब्लेम नहीं किया कि जिसको अपनी बात शेयर करनी है वो अपनी बात शेयर कर सकता है। मतलब पेरेंट्स को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि बच्चे अपनी मर्जी का काम कर रहे हैं और सब बातें सुन रहे हैं। और जो अडल्ट है वो भी मतलब ऐसे नहीं बात कर रहे, बच्चे हैं थोड़ा आराम से बात करते हैं, कुछ टॉपिक्स मतलब वो छुपाते हैं, वो नहीं किया.
The circle was so powerful that little children were speaking in front of adults without being shouted upon, and the children were as vulnerable, and they were crying and they were saying that we felt heard.
First, I should listen to the kid. Like, imagine if I went to play. One guy hit me. Then I came to my parents and said, Mom or Dad, this guy hit me. Then they should not say that you would have done something. They should listen the whole thing.
So it so happened in the retreat wherein we had children, parents, single individuals. So all the members joined the session together, and it was so beautifully that Shami facilitated this session, which created an open, safe space wherein even a very young child was able to speak freely, their heart out.
It is like group of people coming together and learn from each other, and also creating a safe space.
I think the strategy of just sharing that budget with us, and then your openness and your willingness to share with us that this is the budget and this is the financial structure, that I think that really, like I have shared earlier also, it felt like there's a wall which is breaking. Because generally there is a barrier between a facilitator and the participant. So I think that was the most valuable thing for me, that there was so much transparency and there was so much inclusion when you in the strategy.
Sharing.
Yeah, in not just in the sharing, but in the overall strategy for the financials and the economics of the retreat.
And it's a very wholesome experience for me, because for me, when it's come the wholesomeness, it's the health part, any form of exercise or meditation, it's the food part, and it's a relaxation part, it's in your nature, like you are in nature, being in a community or the people, like-minded people. So I think I'm getting everything at one place. So I'm just enjoying thoroughly it. Yeah.
So the kind of bonding, unsaid bonding that we are sharing, these people will have very good memories in my heart. It's just so worth the gamble, because in much lesser amount, the value and the memory and the experience that you would get is not going to end with the trip.
And here again we are coming, and the experiences that really touched us last time. I mean, most of the people want to come again, and we are inviting other people also. But at the same time, there is a certain cost in doing that. And there are certain families who want to come but find it difficult to mobilize those resources, and we would want them to be supported. And for that, we're reaching out to you to support this event, and you can make a small contribution or a big contribution, everything matters. So we are reaching out to this community crowd fund, so please contribute as much as you can, because if you believe in a world where we can live with harmony, where we can live with our differences, whether at the level of family or at the level of society or at the level of countries, and you want to build a more peaceful world, we would request you to support from your heart generously as much as you can. Thank you.